Okay, guys, now we are going to talk about the second group of or set of exercises you are going to do in the paper you have for today. And this section is about interpreting a real life situation using functions. And we have three statements using function notation. And we are going to see how it is interpreted. That's the whole idea of this. So it means that we need to understand this notation so that we can understand what we're talking about. The statement says this: we have f of t is a function that the output is a temperature and the input is t, mean hours after 10 a.m. So we're talking about time compared to temperature. In this case, the time in hours is hours after 10 a.m. It means that the time when I start measuring that temperature is I start measuring temperature at 10 a.m. and then every hour that passes by is 1 or 2 or 3 hours after 10 a.m. So we have to explain the meaning of each statement. Let's go to it. Let's begin with this statement. F of 0 equals 75. We want to know what this output means. The output is 75 when the input is 0. We know that the output is temperature, so I know that the temperature is 75 Fahrenheit degrees. But when does that happen? It happens when the input is 0. How do I interpret that 0? That 0 is 0 hours after 10 a.m. What time is that? It's 10 a.m. So how should I interpret this statement? I interpret it as at 0 hours after 10 a.m., it means at 10 a.m. The output, it means the temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I should write, okay? So I could be writing this. The temperature, meaning the outside temperature to be more accurate, the temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit at 10 a.m. And why do I say 10 a.m.? Because I understand that 0 is 0 hours after 10 a.m., which means that is the time that I am referring to. Conclusion, the temperature is 75 degrees at 10 a.m. That is the first statement. Let's talk about the second statement. The second statement is telling me that the output when the input is 3 is n. So the temperature, sometimes it can be expressed as that, and there is no problem. I can only say that the temperature is n when the input is 3. What is or how do you understand input of 3? This means 3 hours after 11 a.m. What time is that? It is 1 p.m. So what I can say is that the temperature 3 hours after 10 a.m. So I can say the temperature at 1 p.m. is n degrees Fahrenheit. That's all I have to say about that statement. Let's now finish with the third statement. The third statement is asking you, or we have to interpret this third statement. Let's read it first. It is f of 1 is greater than f of 8. Or in other words, 1 hour after 10 a.m., it means 11 a.m., and the output, remember, that is the temperature. The temperature 1 hour after 10 a.m., it means the temperature at 11 a.m. is greater than the temperature 8 hours after 8 a.m. It means 6 p.m. So I can now write it like this. The temperature, I'm going to just talk about T to make it short. The temperature at 11 a.m. is greater than the temperature at 6 p.m. Remember, why do I say 6 p.m.? Because the input is 8. What does that mean? This 8 means that it's 8 hours after 10 a.m. 10 and 8 is 16. 16 hours is 6 p.m. So that is why I write it like that, 6 p.m. And we're done, okay?